So it's feeling like deja vu on the World 7 series. Once again, we get to see New Zealand play Samoa in the group stage. It's going to be a fantastic match. I cannot wait to see it in action. It's taking place at 11:30 PM New Zealand time tonight. Could be a very close fixture in the Hong Kong Sevens for the first matches. But throughout this video, we will be looking at the squads, the key players, and then also a prediction at the end for what we think will be the end score of this fixture. Now, unless we will jump straight into it, the Samoan squad looking as strong as ever. Malani Matavao, Va'a Apilo Maleko, Valvasa Afasua, the three men who have been co-captains for Samoa ever since they returned to the World 7 circuit. Then also in that side, Paul Eti Slater, Nueli Letufia, Motu Opitai, Owen Nui, Paul Scanlon, Steve Onisai, the try-scorer machine, Iona Sione, who is also a very talented individual, Levi Milford, then it is Tau Nueli Vaya, and also Paul Stanley, the new cap in this Manu Samoa 7 side. So overall, they have still got a lot of the key players that they had throughout their last competition, which actually was the Rugby Sevens World Cup that took place in Cape Town. Samoa, they didn't do as well in that competition as they would have liked, which is why Hong Kong maybe could be where we see the Samoan streak start to build for the 2022-2023 7 series. But looking through at the Kiwis, they actually had to make a late change due to an injury. Tim Mickelson no longer in the side, and instead it is Brady Rush who has been added in for the Kiwis. But also alongside him, they have got Kurt Baker, Leroy Carter, Dylan Collier, Sam Dixon, Moses Leo, Narohi McGarvey Black, Sione Molia, Tony Nshu, Amanaki Nicole, Akulio Rokolisoa, Regan Ware, and Joe Webber. So a lot of experience there for New Zealand. One of the notable names that is missing for New Zealand is Caleb Tangitau. Reason being, he's actually signed for the Blues for Super Rugby Pacific 2023. It is awesome to see that he has made his way into Super Rugby like quite a few of the Sevens players have in the past. And also another player who's been left out of this New Zealand side is actually Shay Clark. I'm not sure if there's an injury to do with why he isn't there, but it seems like they've gone for a lot more experience in Hong Kong rather than those up-and-coming players, which is something that a few of the other teams in the competition have done. They have gone with that youthful side rather than experience, so we'll have to see whether or not it pays off for New Zealand. But looking through our key players for both of these sides, we will list 3 players from Samoa and 3 from New Zealand. So for me, in this Manu Samoa 7 side, you got to go with straight away Va'a Apilo Maleko. He is a try-scorer machine. He's had a very good 2022, and I expect that to carry over to the 2023 season as well. So here's my first one, and I believe he's going to score himself a few tries throughout this Hong Kong Sevens. Then next, I'm going to go with Paul Scanlon. He's one of those players who normally don't get a lot of recognition, but he does a lot out there on the field, whether it's making his one-on-one tackles, setting up quite a few tries for his other teammates. Paul Scanlon, one to watch for the Samoans also. And then the last name, it would be easy to go Malani Matavao, but instead I am actually going to go with Iona Sione. That extra bit of size that he brings. They have got themselves New Zealand, Australia, and Hong Kong in their group. I think a big man might be exactly what Samoa need to try and break through a few more times throughout the 3 matches. For New Zealand, Narohi McGarvey Black, he's been playing very well as of late. I'm saying he is the first player to definitely watch out for. Another player alongside him to watch out for, I would go as Moses Leo. He's got plenty of pace down the wings, and in Hong Kong, if you can get on the outside, run round your opposition, you're certainly going to be able to get yourself a few points on the board. So he is my second, and then the third for New Zealand player to watch out for. I'm scanning through the side at the moment, trying to pick who stands out, and I'm going to go with Akula Rokolisoa. Similar to why I picked Moses Leo, got plenty of pace, and if he can break the line up against the Samoan defense, I think he's going to be a hard man to stop. So that is why he is my third of the Kiwi players to watch out for. But now we're up to that stage of the score prediction. This is tough. I think if it was the third match for both of these sides, Samoa would take it, but because it's the first game, it's the question of who has more rust. And normally with New Zealand's extra experience, the early games, they do play a little bit rougher than they do in the end, but they still manage to get themselves the victory. So I'm going to go New Zealand win this game by 12. It's very optimistic, but I think in the end, Samoa is still going to make their way through the group stage. I'm back in Samoa to beat Australia. That's going to be a tough contest, but I think the Manu Samoa boys can get the job done. But nonetheless, do let me know your score predictions in the chat as well. My voice is already almost disappearing. We have got a lot of live streams that we are going to be doing over the weekend, including the Manu Samoa games, New Zealand's games, Hong Kong Sevens well and truly in action, and also the international rugby union scene as well. But thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all for the next one.